Problem 4 on plain wall. A lake surface is covered by 8 cm thick layer of ice having thermal conductivity 8 watt per meter Kelvin when the ambient air temperature is minus 12.5 degrees Celsius. The thermocouple embedded in the upper surface of the layer indicates a temperature of minus 5 degrees Celsius. Assuming a steady state condition in the ice and no liquid subcooling at the bottom surface of the ice layer, find the heat transfer coefficient at the upper surface. Also, work out the heat loss per square kilometer of area. So in this problem, there is a lake. Let us first draw the schematic of this problem. So in this problem, there is a lake and over the upper surface of this lake, that is here, the ice layer is formed. And this ice layer is exposed to the ambient air. So this is nothing but ambient air. And this ambient air will be represented by the air film, which is in contact with this ice layer. So it is air film. Let's say air is having temperature T infinity O and heat transfer coefficient HO, because it has been asked to calculate the convective heat transfer coefficient of the upper surface of air. Now similarly, let us say the bottom surface temperature of ice is Ti. And upper surface temperature is at TO. Now, as it has been mentioned in the problem, this TO is minus 5 degrees Celsius and ambient air temperature is minus 12.5 degrees Celsius. What will be the temperature of this phase of the ice? So that is to be determined. Now it is quite sure heat transfer will take place from lower surface of the ice layer to the upper surface and finally from upper surface to the ambient air film. So this way the temperature will vary in ice layer and in air film. Now let us draw an equivalent electrical circuit for the heat transfer through this system. So the heat flow rate will be the flow quantity. First thermal resistance will be offered by ice layer between the temperatures Ti and Tu. Let's say it is represented by RTI. Second thermal resistance will be offered by ambient air film between temperature TO and T infinity O, and it is represented by RTO, and finally it will be dissipated. So this way I can draw the equivalent electrical circuit of this system. Now after drawing equivalent electrical circuit, still we are unaware about the value of this Ti. So how to find out? Now as it is mentioned in the problem, since bottom ice layer surface and lake is to be remain in liquid state because no subcooling is there. Since bottom ice layer surface and lake is to be remain in liquid state, so it is only possible when the temperature of the lake is 0 degrees Celsius and ice layer, bottom ice layer which is in contact with the lake surface, its temperature will also be 0 degrees Celsius. So I can say Ti is at 0 degrees Celsius. Enlist all the given things. So thickness of the ice slab is given 8 centimeter, 0.08 meter. Its thermal conductivity value K is given as 8 watt per meter Kelvin. Air temperature, so 8 watt per meter Kelvin. Air film temperature is given as minus 12.5 degrees Celsius. Upper surface temperature of ice layer is given as, let me check, minus 5 degrees Celsius. Because ice will be formed only when the temperature is below 0 degrees Celsius. Okay, and since no cooling of ice is occurring, and so from this observation I can say Ti is equal to 0 degrees Celsius. So these are the values of parameter given. What you are supposed to find out, the very first thing is you are supposed to calculate value of heat transfer coefficient of ambient air, and second thing is rate of heat transfer. So this is there. One more thing is given in the problem. We are supposed to calculate the area of the lake surface as 1000 square kilometer. sorry, not 1000, per square kilometer. So area is given as 1 square kilometer, that is 1000 into 1000 meter square. Correct. After that, let us make some assumptions. So assumption number one dimensional steady state heat transfer. Number two, no heat generation. Number three, homogeneous and isotropic material of the ice slab. Fourth one, constant properties of air. These are the assumptions involved. Now let us do the calculations. Now, as can be seen from the schematic, we are considering heat transfer only in one direction, that is from lake surface to the ambient air side at the rate of Q. Other two directions, the heat transfer in other two directions, we are not considering. So, for one dimensional steady state heat transfer, once again I am writing heat transfer, not conduction, because it is a combined mode of heat transfer. As we can see here, from lower surface of the layer to upper surface by conduction, and from upper surface to the ambient air will be by convection. That is why I have written steady state heat transfer. So rate of heat transfer under such condition will be rate of heat transfer from bottom surface to the upper surface of the ice, and from upper surface of the ice to ambient air. This will be by conduction, this will be by convection. So from Fourier's law of heat conduction, I can write rate of heat transfer from bottom surface of the ice layer to the top surface by Ka Ti minus To over L, and from upper surface of the ice layer to the ambient air by convection, Newton's law of cooling, HO into A into TO minus T infinity. Let's say this is equation number 1 and equation number 2. So we can also write this equation in terms of their individual thermal resistances Ti minus To over L over Ka is equal to To minus T infinity O over 1 over HOA. Or Q is equal to Ti minus To over RTI is equal to To minus T infinity I RT. So these are the rate of heat transfer from ice layer and air film. If I want to write the rate of heat transfer equation in terms of bottom surface temperature of ice layer and temperature of air film, then I can write it as RTI plus RTO. So let's say this is equation number 1, equation number 2, and this is equation number 3, where now I can, okay, now what I am supposed to calculate? I am supposed to calculate the value of convective heat transfer coefficient HO and then Q. So let us find out. Now from equation 1, let us recall equation 1 first. What is that? Q is equal to AA EI minus EO over N. Now in this expression, all the values are known to me. So I can easily calculate heat transfer rate. The value of K is given as 8. Area is given as 1 square kilometer, that is 1000 into 1000. Ti is given as 0 and To is given as minus 5. And value of L is 8 centimeter, that is 0.08. So data followed by these many 0 joule per second, or I can also write it as Q is equal to 5 into 10 to power 5 kilojoule per second. This will be answer number 2. Which is nothing but Q is equal to HOA TO minus T infinity O. Here the value of Q as 5 into 10 to power 8 joule per second. The value of HO is to be found out. Area is 1 square kilometer, that is 1000 into 1000 meter. TO is nothing but minus 5 and T infinity O is minus 12.5. From here the value of HO will come out. Let me calculate. .67 watt per meter square Kelvin. So this is answer number 1. So actually these two steps are not required. You can directly, after writing these equations, equation 1 and 2, you can directly recalling the individual equation 1 and 2, you will be able to easily calculate heat transfer rate and convective heat transfer coefficient for outside air. Now let us sum up. The first thing was H naught 66.67 watt per meter square Kelvin, and second thing was heat transfer rate, that is 5 into 10 to power 5 kilojoule per second. So this way we can solve this problem.